We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the World of Kayfabe podcast. I am your host, Slick Nick, along with my two good friends, Staggerly Crocker, and the man with 1,000 technical difficulties, Dan, the man with the new spiked hair. And wait a minute, guys, something's weird. Wait a minute, are we watching World of Kayfabe or Juice? Oh, look, we have a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the host of JP Dub Podcast, which you can find on YouTube and any podcast platform hereof. I'm fucking up. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the mother effing legend himself, Juice.
What's up, World of Kayfabe Podcast, you sick motherfuckers? We're about to rip this shit out.
That's
Nick,
awesome.
need to fucking promo skills.
Yeah, I know. I'm horrible. We're like 18 episodes in, and we're trying to get it going. You know what I mean?
Usually Nick fires off on all cylinders. He's pretty good. I think he's just a little nervous today.
I might be just a little bit. But anyway, my man, how you doing today?
I'm doing, brother. I'm getting ready for fucking double or nothing tonight.
Yeah,
Getting ready to eat
tonight.
some food,
I'm
do
actually
some
wearing
boozing.
a different CM Punk shirt, but nonetheless,
CM Punk?
I'm excited, dude. I'm very excited for Double or Nothing tonight. I think it's gonna be supposed to be a long pay-per-view, but it's worth it. It's got a lot of great matches. But enough about that. Juice, tell us about yourself, bro. Tell us about who you are and what you do. I know who you are. I know what you do. And Kylie says, "What's up? How you doing, Kylie? Welcome to the show."
Yes. Well, I am, like you said, the man, the myth, the legend. I don't know of what, but I'm also the vocalist for the band Handsome Prick. So you guys can check us out and find us on Spotify and iTunes and all that shit. Look up YouTube, live videos, music, all that. Buy some fucking records. Where you at? And other than that, I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. I been watching ever since I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. Whatever I can remember. I remember Hogan versus Andre, all that fucking good shit. And I started a podcast, Juice Pro Wrestling, about 4 years ago now. We kind of do deep dives into everything pro wrestling related, whether it's fans coming on the show or actual talent or promoters, anything that's fucking good in the hood, we bring it on and try to, entertain the masses.
And the masses.
And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Other than that, I'm just some crazy motherfucker that does death metal vocals and likes to have a good time. Drink some mystery fucking fluids out of a red Solo cup. Yeah, hey,
I'm actually friends with a metal vocalist. Tell you like that. That's all I can say to my grandchildren. Hell yeah, I was friends with a vocalist. But excuse me as I rip out.
Yeah,
we always start.
This is windshield wiper fluid. No.
And he's drinking wiper fluid. And I don't know what you're drinking, but ladies and gentlemen, the sponsor for today's video, if we ever going to get sponsored, because they need to watch, because we do it all the time.
Do it for me, Nick.
You ready?
Yes. I've been waiting for this all fucking week.
That was good. That was good.
Yes.
Choke on it.
Good old liquid death. Murder your thirst. Murder your damn thirst. Not beer, I promise.
Hey, have you tried the other ones? They got like flavors now.
The sparkly water one I didn't like. This one I love, but I gotta check out the other one.
I'm a LaCroix boy, so I like all that shit.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, dude. I promise you that.
LaCroix.
But I want to kind of get into today's topic, other than talking to my man Juice from Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast. Now, what was the genesis on starting? Like how you started the podcast?
Make a long story short, shout out to my producer, Sretton. He was starting a podcast with a former friend of mine that was doing a music podcast. And I caught wind of that. And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do a podcast. Really, it was supposed to be about everything, like music and movies and gaming and all the comics, all the shit I like. But I figured to get my foot in the door, I would start about wrestling. I know a fucking lot about it. I'd like to kind of immerse myself in that world and talk to other people about it. And that's really how it started. And we sat at a fucking table with a mic. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. And yeah, we've kind of gone from there and are kind of like stumbled into I guess, what is a formula, which is we don't have any real fucking formula because I just like to have conversations with people and make it a little more real, you know, and less like robotic, you know. You guys can all go out there and listen to your Jim Cornettes, what? And your Jim Rosses and even your Jerichos and all that shit. But at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I like to sit there with good people, have some beers, have a good conversation.
Couple broskies. What?
Couple brewskis, Teddy Brewski, yeah.
What?
What?
And that's really it. That's how I got started, man. And it's been nonstop ever since. I think the first time we took a little break was like this January, this past January. And that was like the first time in almost 4 fucking years. We've been going, you know, week to week. And
dude, y'all been having some really good episodes. Like the one with Nicotine with Scott Hall was really good. I enjoyed that episode. This even with his stuff over on his channel, he did a tribute to Scott Hall. And I mean, I almost had tears out of my eyes just watching that tribute. I'm like, oh my God, like, and I texted you this, and I'm like, man, Nicotine's the perfect guy to do this episode with. I mean, if there's anybody who's a diehard Scott Hall fan, it's him. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah,
for damn
sure.
Good video.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I stumbled across his videos probably like 2 or 3 years ago, just looking up random game reviews. I'm like, man, this dude is fucking legit. Like, I subscribe to him. I pop every time he's got a new video that comes out.
I'm the same thing, dude. Like, I absolutely love his stuff. Like his arena showcase. That's what got me hooked. It's like with his WCW stuff, and then it's like one night. It was like I believe it was a Sunday night because I'm just chilling in my room, just whatever, scrolling through.
Sunday's the day for the Lord.
Yeah, the day of the Lord.
You ever seen Dead Alive? I kick ass for the Lord.
I kick ass for the Lords. Anyway, I was searching through Facebook. Oh no, not Facebook, YouTube, and I see Nicotine. I see a link, and I'm like, oh, check us out on a podcast. And I'm like, Nicotine on a podcast? Really? Like, really? I didn't think he would be. Yeah, I don't even think he even thought about doing one.
I think we were the first ones to do it with him.
I think so. And
who reached out to who?
I reached out to him. I've been watching that dude's channel for about 6-7 years. It's been a long time, man. And that's the other cool thing about developing my own brand and show is like a lot of these people that have been doing this for a long time that I've been watching on YouTube and whatnot. I've gotten to work with them and talk to them, and that's been pretty fucking cool. And I always thought the dude was awesome. So I was marking out a little bit when he agreed to do it. And then we exchanged numbers and we started talking before we recorded. And I was just like, I was blown away, like how cool he was.
Such a hidden guy, such a private guy, have a private lifestyle. So it's like, it blew my mind that he would actually reach out. So it's like, if you can get him on the show, like it's gotta be watchable. So I started watching, I watched the whole thing and I'm like, oh my God, these dudes are awesome. You know what I mean? So that's what got me to subscribe. Actually, no, I think it was the Mecha Wolf episode. It was either the Nicotine or the Mecha Wolf episode. Even though that had technical difficulties, it was still a great episode.
Yeah, you know I like that. Mecha Wolf's a cool dude too.
He's like, between him and then the one promoter, I think it was from Warrior Wrestling.
Yeah, Steve.
I watched that one too, and I'm like, all right, I must subscribe to these guys. And sure enough, when the guy from the Get Your Fix podcast or Got Your Fix podcast or something like that, when he was on the show, the second part, that's when I reached out to you guys. I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah, Get Cho.
Yeah, Get Your podcast or Get Your Fix.
Just Get Cho, God damn it.
Whatever. Anyway. And I reached out. I'm like, yeah, these guys are awesome. You know how to make a guy that's going through a rough time feel better. You know what I mean? And I said this on the podcast the last time I was with you guys. And, the Buff Bagwell episode was really good too.
Yeah. You showed us how to please the ladies.
Oh, God. That was a great episode, by the way. The second part is, oh, my God, that was such a laugh riot. Like, dude, holy crap!
It's funny how Buff's had like a career resurgence.
Speaking of Buff, I got a Buff Bagwell that I actually need to put up.
Nice.
I wanted to see that the other day, but I forgot. So
here's a little quick thing, real quick about that too. What was it, like a year or two ago? I think it was like his last bad accident that he got into. My boy Kevin, who was a part of, I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he was a part owner or whatever of this bar called Max Wood Grill down in Chicago, which is a cool ass bar there. I'm sure they'll be running Double or Nothing up there tonight. So anybody that's paying attention right fucking now can go out to Chicagoland and watch that and have some good eats and drinks. And he hit me up and he's like, hey, man, where I live, and I'm at Northwest Indiana, there's a place called Michigan City. It's like right on the lake and shit. And this dude he knew was bringing Buff to hang out for the weekend. He's like, hey, man, you want to come hang out and interview? And I'm like, yeah, why the fuck not? Yeah. And then literally the day it was supposed to happen, like, is when he got in that accident or some shit, or the day before, I can't remember. But and he's like, hey, man, it's bad news. I was like, yeah, I already seen it. I was waiting for this call. He's like, so it didn't happen. So it was cool to kind of, you know, maybe a year or two later down the road, like hook up with Buff and
just hearing like happen. All the WCW stories that he had told on there. Like, oh my God, like it felt like I was watching like a Nitro episode or something. Like, dude, it was so good. I definitely enjoyed that episode. And of course,
yeah, dude. And there's I love the one, and actually real quick, I'll drop a little info on you guys. We started another channel on YouTube called JP Dub Clips, which I haven't, this is the first I've said about it. I haven't promoted it. It's up and running right now. I'm going to start fucking doing that because, you know, you guys get the first fucking tidbit of news about this fucking channel. It's clips from all the different episodes. Hopefully, they're enticing enough to get you guys to click the link in the bio and watch the entire episode. But there's a good one with Buff, and he's showing us pictures. It's him and Scott Steiner in the ring, and he's like, "This is Scott." He's saying, "Well, maybe you don't belong," and he's like, "Well, maybe Buff got back in shape, and Scotty's a little bit jealous." Lost my shit, dude. And then he's like, "If you remember that promo from back in WCW, is when they were like kicking Buff out and shit." And Scotty's like, "You know what? I'll always be better than you or bigger than you." And Buff's like, "Fuck." He's like, "I had a good one. He got me."
Oh God, I remember that tag team that they were so fun to watch together. And it's like they both feed off on each other, and it was so good. I used to watch Nitro when I was a kid throughout 95 all the way to like 2000. So I was there literally throughout the whole era of Nitro up until when they shut down. And now, mind you, I'm a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid, and I can't watch wrestling no more because my stupid ass decided I'm going to go to school and I'm going to attempt to do a spear on little Susie, who is also 5 years old. So, yeah, the teacher did not like that. So she sends me over.
I don't think I like that. That's fucked up.
Yeah. My mom's like, yeah, you're not watching wrestling no more. It's not happening.
Yeah. Probably 5 when you're doing spears at people. Don't want to kill somebody.
Yeah. Not at 5. Wait till give them a little chance to grow up, experience life a little more, and then fucking end it.
Now, I got to ask you a question, and it's a pretty cliche question, but do you still remember the moment that you became a wrestling fan? Like, you know, what made you become a wrestling fan?
I don't. Yes and no to that. It would be my answer. Like I said, I was a little ass kid. You know, like Nick's saying, I'm an 80s, 90s kid. I just always remember it being there. And like, especially in the 80s, the era of fucking Hulk Hogan, you know, that's what got me into it. And then in the early 90s, still watching WWF and then WCW and ECW. And it's going to always come back to the Hulkster, man. That's what got a majority of people, at least in my age group, into that shit. But I don't remember like the specific moment and or match. Cause dude, like I said, I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I got into I got into wrestling later, but I even got into because of Hogan. I was flipping the channels, and there's Hogan in the middle of the ring beating a guy with a belt with the NWO in '97. I'm like, what in the? I'm like, what in the world is this?
That's not gonna work with me, brother. I'm gonna tell you right now, brother. I got time for your BS, brother. So you want to be my daughter, brother?
So man, and this is pretty fucked up because I have significant things in my life that I can't remember, but. Man, I remember being a wrestling fan as early as the age of 3. My grandma took me to go see Hulk Hogan wrestle the Big Boss Man at the Summit here in Houston.
Yeah.
And, they had the big blue wrought iron steel cage. Man, I still have the original Hulk Rules bandana that my grandma bought me from that event.
Nice.
And I still have the ticket stub. I'll grab it here in a second before, after we wrap up, and I'll show you. Fucking neat, man. But it was just like wrestling has always been there to, kind of comfort me. Like I'm with Nick. Both of our mothers passed away. My mom passed away in December. And it seems like other than my wife, wrestling is there. It just makes me just not think of it.
Yeah, and it's a good escape, man. And that's, wrestling and music, I would say, are my two things that help me throughout a lot of my fucking personal bullshit. And, I mean, do you think Dark Side of the Ring shit's fucked up? I mean, if I was to ever tell my fucking story, everybody would be like, what? But,
holy shit.
yeah, it's real fucked up. But, it's definitely always been there. And it's a great escape. That's why, I, especially with the internet wrestling community and shit, and like with our show, we have opinions, right? Maybe some hot takes here and there, but we try to be as positive as we can because there's so much toxic shit.
Yeah.
So many people worried about why this didn't happen and why that did happen. And they talk shit like, hey, man, fucking buy your own promotion, start your own thing, and then fucking, run it into the ground if you want. Do whatever the fuck you want or however you see fit. But I'm just tired of people fucking throwing out their toxic ass fucking takes and opinions when it's supposed to be fun,
Yeah. Well, see, that's
like,
why. And I think this is, I told
enjoy wrestling.
I told Nick this. It's like I'm glad something like AEW came around, man, because it kind of resurged my love for pro wrestling because. I tend to shit on WWE a lot, but it's also because like I'm such a fan. Like competition is so good.
You're shitting on it out of love because you know it can be better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell 2019.
And AEW's kind of given me that love back for pro wrestling.
Yeah.
And
I'll agree,
it's a
man.
fucking amazing feeling.
Yeah,
Sure.
and that was right before they started. That was another like my pitch to Sretton about doing a wrestling podcast was like, dude, there's something going on, like all the shit going on with New Japan, ROH, and the Elite guys, and it was like creating this culture that I hadn't seen in a long time, and WWE it's the institution now. It's the machine. It's so geared towards kids. But hey, it was in the 80s and early 90s too. But for some reason, that was still more entertaining than what it is now. And I've said it before on our show. It's like it's such a machine that there is no heart anymore. Yeah, and I think AEW is the wrestling promotion with heart and creativity.
I'd much rather see WWE have like IRS and Doink characters than now.
Exactly. It would make more sense now to do it, That's just my opinion.
I'd rather have goofy characters than like stupid shit.
Yeah. What fucking Ezekiel?
Oh God.
No, that's Elias. That is Elias. Stop.
Oh, it is. Hands down.
Stop lying. That's Elias.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, you know what? And that whole bit right there, it's weird. I didn't like it at first. I'm kind of like, all right.
First, on the other hand, you got Chris Jericho doing the wizard thing, and that's freaking hilarious as hell. Like,
the wizard.
He's throwing around fireball.
But the thing with Ezekiel is Kevin Owens is such the perfect foil for that because he is just so fucking stupid himself. It works.
And it makes sense to have Kevin Owens do it.
So stupid.
Than say Roman Reigns or some other jabroni. Like Kevin Owens is the perfect guy to do it with. Just my opinion.
Dude, and tell me this, doesn't Ezekiel look like fucking Stu Pickles from the Rugrats?
No, he looks like Ultimate Warrior now with this whole little getup he's got going on. Like I'm waiting for him to get the face
shit
paint.
About Warrior, motherfucker, all right?
Get lay down on the lawn and let it run over me with lawnmowers. Should go to Africa and be trampled by raging elephants.
That's pretty much what he sounded like every promo. Anyway, because you couldn't really understand what he's saying. But regardless, we actually running low on a Zoom call. Yeah, we're doing a Zoom call right now.
I'll announce when we're at the time.
Look, Nick.
Get that crap out of here. Get that crap out of here. Actually, as a matter of fact, so I did my Wrestle Crane unboxing over what you can check out on Cult of Boudreaux, and I'm looking at one of the things I got, and I got a Shockmaster micro brawler. So what I'm about to show you what I did. Instead of putting him like 1, 2, 3 kid, I put him upside down. As you can see. That way, he's good to go on that one. So I figured, you'll get a good kick out of that. The boys
should just leave him on the floor.
Yeah, just leave him on the floor, face down.
Well, I kind of want to do him upside down because
face down, hats up.
That's the way I like the.
Well, damn. Well, WWE had did like a figure line of him, and it was him upside down. It was like the yellow, I guess the yellow wall from whenever he had debuted and bust his ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know what? I want to do the same thing, only this time I'm going to flip the actual package and just stick him like that. So,
You want to stick his package, don't you?
Yeah.
No, that's Dan.
Beefcake.
Oh, God. I love the Vince McMahon segments. That's another thing. I will always love the Vince McMahon segments. But the whole beefcake.
Who else has not one? I'll put it to you this way. Pat McAfee can have one Vince McMahon on his show. We have fucking three on occasion. And not only that, to top it off, I'm pretty sure we're the only fucking show that has Andre the Giant.
Yes. That's another good episode. And it was, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but we actually had Andre the Giant on that show. That was pretty insane, to bring him back from the dead. And he sounds so great. He doesn't sound like a zombie at all. Like, that's insane. You know what I mean?
He's kind of an asshole sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's
what
the
you
name
get
of the
when
game.
you play at the Ouija board, kids.
Yeah.
Well,
cocaine's a hell of a drug. Anyway, we're a bunch of dorks. Anyway, but yeah, so we're actually about to reach that minute mark right now as I'm looking at the time.
Yes. So we're just going to leave the meeting and then rejoin.
Yeah. So, because we're not. I was supposed to get Zoom Pro, and I never did it yet. And if I get a certain guy, which I'm not going to throw any hints or whatever.
Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Mattitude.
Yes. Meth Hardy. I'm so bringing Meth Hardy to the show.
I said Matt.
If I get a certain individual that does this, I'm going to have to get Zoom Pro because we're not having, these commercial breaks, whatever, just not stuff. This is the first time we're doing Zoom. As a matter of fact, Juice recommended me to do Zoom. I love it. I think it's great. My only complaint is that I wish it was free, but they want you to pay because, well, we're big because of coronavirus.
Okay, well, we're about to
pay now.
It's about to hit the so okay. There we are back now.
We are back.
We podcast on a budget.
That's right, because we're some poor assholes. Anyway, I'm actually trying to fix everything up right here because Alexander just said Ultimate Warrior. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'd call, dude. Okay,
that's fine. And look, I'm not going to talk shit. If that's your friend or Juice's friend, I'm not going to talk shit, man. Like he said, everybody's got a right to their own opinion.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
But
I'm not here to shit. I'm not here to shit.
I might keep this question until we get to the predictions. I want to get Juice's opinion. MJF no-showed the event last night. He no-showed the Fan Fest. Will you think he will show up at Double or Nothing?
Maybe not. It's all work. I wouldn't get too lost in the thought of it or what's going on. Like, is this a Sasha Naomi thing? Because it's not. I mean, dude, he's a heel. First of all, why the fuck is he signing autographs anyway?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a work. I think he will, and if not, I hope they got some clever plan that's gonna fucking make me pop for it. And I'm just waiting for the ride.
If he completely no shows the pay-per-view, it's gonna be a huge lawsuit because it's actually they can sue him for the money loss and all that.
Yeah. And that's what's part of me, I feels like it's a work, but part of me feels like it's not because apparently him and Tony Khan have been butting heads for a while now. But
he wants to he wants more money, but he doesn't want to do an extension.
Yeah. All these people that they signed originally, they were just big on the indies. I mean, I remember MJF in CZW, so they were signed to small contracts, and he signed till 2024. Tony's probably going to want to re-sign these people with bigger contracts, unless they're going to go to WWE.
MJF deserves it because I swear to God, dude, if he signs with WWE, he's just going to be watered down. There's no way.
Oh God.
There's no way he can be the MJF of AEW in WWE. There's no way.
Well, look what they did to EC3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was a shame because he was so good.
Look what they did to Cody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm over that. I'm over the Cody train in WWE already.
I'm just all right. Well, he's living his dream. I'm gonna be honest. Like
I hope he wins the world title one day. I hope he does.
He
brings back the winged eagle. It'll happen. Oh
Dude.
yes.
Oh yeah.
It'll happen.
If he can bring back the Intercontinental title, he has to bring back the winged eagle belt.
If he brought the winged eagle title back, I will pop so fucking hard.
I will start watching Raw on a daily.
My point though is, for the sake of this fucking argument, is that he has been allowed to be Cody. To be AEW Cody in WWE. So never say never. It's the fucking pro wrestling business. If MJF was to go and they're going to, put that much money into signing him and bringing him in, I guarantee you he might be the one guy that can be able to do that, because it's much like Dwayne Johnson coming in or Stone Cold and they say and or do shit that is on the forbidden list. Yeah, but they get away with it. I think MJF would be one of those guys because they would be so hungry to sign him. And that'd be, let's face it, WWE wants to take more of those big AEW names. They want him. They're looking at like Jade Cargill and some other people. I don't know. This is what's good about the fucking competition. When they start, I think Cody leaving is a good thing, and letting him be who he really is and his AEW persona in WWE could open up more doors and help change the landscape in WWE.
Bring in more people, bring in more viewers, bring in more fans, stuff like that.
Do you see them bringing MJF to WWF where he can have the attitude that he has now, but do you think they would let him talk the same way on the stick that he does in AEW? Because sometimes I'm a huge MJF fan. I wish him nothing but the best.
Yeah, I have an MJF figure.
There's sometimes on the mic where he says shit where I'm like, oh God.
Yeah,
but it's great.
It's a good question, because unlike AEW, they have a board of directors and they're a publicly traded company. So it's not just Vince's call, I would imagine, on that, and sponsors, which they're getting a lot of revenue from. He ain't going to go on there and yell Jew boy or whatever the hell he does on, AEW. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think there'll be a fine line that he can walk.
And they would have to change their rating because they're like TVPG. They'd have to this is not just them. This is USA Network. This is Fox that has to approve this.
Yeah, because I stand by this opinion. I think MJF in the year of 2022 is the greatest heel in in wrestling right now. He's the greatest heel.
Oh, I mean, it's debatable.
Well, that's my opinion.
Yeah, and you're right for that. But I feel like there could be more. I think he could do more. And honestly, I've said this to Juice. I've said this to you. MJF needs to be a champion. He needs to be AEW World Champion. He has to be. Same thing with Warlow.
But hey, man, all the great heels. Look at Roddy Piper. Yeah, he was Intercontinental Champion, but he didn't need the belt. Realistically.
And he, MJF is trying to live up to Roddy Piper because that's his idol type deal. Yeah. And he, like Juice said, he never held a big heavyweight championship.
No.
Yeah. Jake Roberts never held it. A lot of guys, dude. Kurt Hennig.
Razor. Never held
He's known for an Intercontinental belt. Razor.
Dude,
There's certain guys that don't need it. And here's the thing for all you smart marks out there.
Hey, yo, Chico.
Dude, it's a title. It is a title, and it is important in storytelling and in wrestling. But I mean, like Moose said on our show, and then he caught a bunch of flack.
Oh yeah,
it's a prop.
I remember that. It just really is a prop. It's just,
thanks to Fightful and all those motherfuckers that spread it and made it seem like he was trying to be negative and shit.
Try to shoot down the business.
Clickbait motherfuckers.
Yeah, I mean, it is a prop. You put it on the person. It makes it makes that person appear bigger. Some of the people don't need that to appear bigger because they are to that level already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I feel MJF could be bigger than an AEW title, but I wouldn't mind seeing like one reign. I don't even think he needs to hold the title like 16 times. No, just hold it one time.
It would be good though because a heel champion is great, and then that's what you enjoy is from a baby standpoint, the chase, of the title. It's like much like Hangman Page, dude. The chase, the 2-year chase of him going, and the story was great. And his title reign has been kind of like, he's had some great matches. Don't get me wrong, but I haven't felt like his title reign. I was like, okay.
I mean, it's not my favorite world championship reign, but it's good for what it's worth. It's good. I mean, we got him versus Bryan Danielson. We got him versus Adam Cole. Baby. So it's like, he put some good matches. Even him against Lance Archer in that Texas Death match. That match was amazing. Fun match. But him as a champion, how I feel like, he could do so much better. But it's the way how he's booked. And he's going up against a guy who I feel is way bigger than the AEW championship. But hey, let's put a title on him because number one is CM Punk. Number two, it's a guy that hasn't been in wrestling for almost 8 years. You know what I mean? And it's been 9 years since he held a major title. So I think it would do good in revenue, but more on that later. As you're about to start our predictions momentarily. But yeah, that's just how I feel. I think honestly, with Hangman's title reign, and I'm with Juice on this one, like it's good, but it's not. It could be better.
It's not making me jump out of my fucking seat.
Exactly.
By no means.
Like it's just okay, whatever. Like and the way how he's been put, like on Dynamite, for example, where he's the beginning of the match. The AEW title match should not be the beginning of the match. Any title match, the major title match, like the WWE title, the Ring of Honor, New Japan, yada yada yada. That should not be your opening match. What should be your opening match is, something else. That should be put on your main event. That's what people come to see, is that title match in particular, not to start it off. I mean, yeah, it's good to do it every now and then, but not every damn show. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. That's just a little rant that I like to put out there. I figured somebody would like it. Somebody would enjoy it. Who knows? Maybe somebody agrees, somebody don't. If that's the case, whatever. But I don't know if Juice was about ready to say something. I don't know what he was about to say, but I think I might have stopped him dead in his tracks.
No, I'm good. I want to
Stone Cold Dave Austin. Stopped you on your tracks, son.
I want to get to these fucking predictions, man. Let's fucking do it.
Let's go. Come on, Stagger.
Okay.
Stagger
the Crocker.
The pre-show.
Brother of Betty.
Yeah, what's the buy-in? Oh, the buy-ins. Danhausen.
Hookhausen and Tony Nese.
Hookhausen.
And versus with Smart Mark Sterling.
Before we get to that, Dan, you ready? We gotta do it. You ready?
What's
1,
up?
2, 3. Hookhausen.
That's all you, buddy.
Oh well, shit. Well, fuck y'all too. Anyway,
I'm gonna curse you for that.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Juice, you can go ahead with this one because I want to say my stuff for last. So you the guest of the show. What's your prediction?
I mean, Hookhausen's going over. I mean, there's no doubt about that. That's really all I got. Over. It's entertaining. They're a fun duo. Do you take them serious? No. But you just have a good time with it because that's what wrestling should be. And that's in summation. They're going over. That's all I got to say.
There's some people that hate on comedy and wrestling. I think comedy has a place in wrestling. And
it does.
We did a whole episode on it. Does humor belong in wrestling? I even emulated the Frank Zappa album cover. Does humor belong in music for our podcast cover for that episode? So check it out.
There's definitely a place for comedy in wrestling, but not to the level of like DDT pro wrestling in Japan, where that's all it is.
Wrestling a dummy or
wrestling like dolls and like stuff like that, like I mean, like the Invisible Man match in GCW was great.
Oh god, that was hilarious.
I seen a random clip on Facebook of DDT Pro, and this dude was dressed up as Ronald McDonald, and he ran down the ramp and he like monkey flipped over the top ropes, and some dude had a guy in like a surfboard, and the guy dressed up as Ronald McDonald went over there, was like eating his ass. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of ass eating.
There's a lot of weird shit. Like I think wasn't there a match with Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, but they were like in their thongs or some shit.
They were wrestling in a toilet. It was weird. It was like a bathroom stall.
It's weird.
He did a pile driver into
69 pile driver around the toilet. Just yeah.
Well, Japan culture can be really weird at times.
It can be. Moving right along to our next. Oh wait, I gotta do y'all predictions.
Hookhausen.
Hookhausen. It's just gonna be a fun comedy match.
It's gonna be a fun match. I have a feeling that's gonna be your opening, I think, for the buy-in.
Yeah.
Or the main event of the buy-in or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next match. What we got?
I don't know when they're going to present these, obviously. There's Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly. Damn.
O'Reilly Auto Parts?
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts? I actually used to work at O'Reilly Auto Parts, so that's why.
Yeah, I know this was a last-minute match they just threw in.
They kind of did at the last minute. I'm gonna be real, like, I don't know. This one's gonna be a hidden gem. I feel so, but if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Kyle O'Reilly because I want him to take his frustration out on Darby Allin. You know what I mean? Just because he's out of the Owen Hart tournament. You know, so. I think it would be a pretty good idea. That's just me. Just my opinion.
I'm going to go with Darby. I mean, he's been gathering up a couple losses, lately. I mean, dude, he's one of the quote unquote pillars of AEW.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it is a tough call because I could really see either one of them going over. But I'm going to go with Darby on this one. I do think it's going to be one hell of a match between these two.
Yeah. What do you got, Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to go Darby Allin for the simple fact of he'll win this basically avenging what Kyle O'Reilly did to Sting.
Yeah. And Sting's out right now with an injury.
Darby needs this win more than anything. So
right. So I think I'm the only one that's going to say O'Reilly on this one. Everybody else said Darby. So I don't know. We're going to see what happens tonight.
Yeah.
Moving right along. I'm trying to find the picture. Oh, there we go. Now I found it. You can find a damn thing. There we go. Found it. Okay. So we've done
Hookhausen and Allen.
Okay, so I guess I'll announce the next one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the next match, and I think this should not be this should be on the buy-in because I don't think anybody's looking forward to this match at all. We got Man of the Year with Paige Van Zant versus Frankie Kazarian, Ty Conti, and the one, the only Sammy Guevara.
Ooh.
It's a 6-man mixed tag match. And Juice, I'm gonna go with you on this one.
Oh man.
This one.
I don't know if this is gonna be a blow off. I hope it is. I mean, I'm not like you said, I'm not really interested in any of it. Maybe Paige Van Zant a little bit. Oh,
just go out your OnlyFans.
I don't want to pay for that, just fucking go. I can go on Google, and Paige Van Zant nude. It's all you need.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing it right now. I think it's probably going to be Kazarian and company going over. Maybe
I will say it is.
I will say that because this. They're going to keep going on with this for whatever reason. There's, Sammy Guevara's like stuck in the TNT title picture. And
why? I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of, the last Dynamite I was at was the last one, I believe, Brandy appeared for before her and Cody, jumped ship. And I think they kind of took the place of Cody and Brandy in AEW as far as like, people just don't like
or something like that.
Yeah. They don't like fucking seeing them. Like I don't know, Sammy went from the inner circle and people were kind of annoyed with him there. He's a great performer, dude. But I think the whole thing with Ty Conti, and I'm not into it without talking shit or any of that. I'm not into it. And the man of the year.
Well, they're becoming obnoxious.
Super obnoxious.
With the kissing, it's becoming obnoxious. But
yeah, I would say it's kind of emulated like Kim Kardashian type bullshit.
Oh God. It's the couple that you love to hate. You know what I mean? Because you wish you could be them or some bullshit. Like, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I was gonna say, like, how do you think the crowd's gonna react to them? Are they gonna get cheered, or do you think they're gonna?
They're gonna get booed out the.
They're gonna get booed out the building. Okay.
They're gonna get booed out of the building. You're in what? The MGM Arena, is it? I think
T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, that's what it is. T-Mobile Arena. Yeah, they're gonna get booed out the building. And even Kazarian with them, I think it's a damn travesty that Kazarian is partnered up with them too. Yeah. Just it's a damn shame. You know what I mean? And it sucks that he's floating around the AEW roster and he's like a day one member. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to like, okay, put them over, but it's like, man, why Kazarian there? You know what I mean? Kazarian could do something better. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. But in my prediction, I'm going to go with Man of the Year. Man of the Year with Paige Van Zandt.
You know what? I think I'm going to retract my statement and go to. I think they're going to go just because that title that Scorpio unveiled Friday just looks so good. The Lakers theme title belt, which I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I like what they're doing with the TNT title. They kind of customizing it for like, well, except for Darby and Sammy and Cody, I think too. But like Miro had a good one.
Personality.
Brody Lee had the original one, which was the red title with the silver. And then now it's like it's customizable depending on who you are. You know what I mean? So like, for example, if MJF would win it, I think he's going to get like the whole, like his scarf thing.
Be Burberried out like a motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? So moving right along, we got
this match.
But yeah, well, I didn't give mine, but yeah, I was just going to say that I was just going to say Man of the Year to win because, I see them as actually having a future right now, unlike the other.
And then you got Dan Lambert. I wonder what he's going to do.
Well, yeah, and you're in Vegas, man. It's the land of fucking big time fights, American Top Team and MMA and all that.
That would be awesome if they had like a boxing MMA entrance.
So moving on to the opening match for Double or Nothing, which a match I'm kind of looking forward to, but not necessarily looking forward to because it's been done before, is the Death Triangle against House of Black. Now, me and Dan talked about this last night. This would be a hell of an idea if they would do like the trios belt. And this would be the two guys you would want to put the belt on.
They're made. Tony Khan said in an interview, he's had them made for a while. So
he's haven't released it yet.
He's just waiting to debut them.
Right. But this is going to be a very interesting match now that Rey Fenix is back. So I don't know. This is gonna be a tough call for me because I love them both. Obviously I have a Penta El Zero Miguel autograph right there, and that's my boy. So, oh man, I want to say House of Black so bad, but I want to go with Death Triangle on this one.
House of Black all the way. House of Black. Keep booking them strong. And
yes, and the whole shit with Julia Hart, man, like make her come out.
And I'll be honest with you, I've never really been a big fan of the Death Triangle just because it's like, it's one of those things in wrestling and it happens. You throw people together, much like Paige and Scorpio Sky.
Right.
And, in Phoenix, I love the Lucha Bros. But man, ever since he's come back, and you can kind of tell too, he's a little more cautious in the ring. I dare say maybe a little bit slower. I don't know. People going to hate on me for that, but he's
not as reckless as he was
right
when he debuted.
And I just think like the Lucha Bros, either they're a tag team or they're singles competitors. I don't like them as a trios deal. And with Pac, it's because what it says to me is like, we really don't have anything creative for it. So we're going to throw you guys together. And all three of them are killer athletes, man. But I think you have the Lucha Bros or they're separate, and Pac's fucking separate. House of Black is a strong trios tandem. They're going over tonight. Sorry about your damn luck.
Speaking of which, did you check out the Retromania update? Not to get off subject, but
No, I haven't yet. I haven't
I
played it in a long time.
finally downloaded the update. Played as Chris Bay. Oh my god, that dude moves fast.
Yeah.
Like, man, that was fun. I finally got the finishing maneuvers done right. Like I did Matt Cardona, and I finally got that radio silence hit in. And I'm like, yes, finally got it. So yeah. Joey, who you got for your prediction?
House of Black.
Dan?
Yeah, so one, this is the match that you need to start the pay-per-view off because you want to start it off hot. And these guys are going to fucking kill it.
Yeah.
I will say 150% House of Black needs to go over. Those trios titles are meant for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, like Nick said, I hope that Julia Hart actually gets involved and it's not teased anymore.
I do too.
Yes.
I do too. I want to see her go dark.
So I'm gonna kind of retract my statement because now everybody's saying House of Black. I want House of Black to win.
Join
I do.
us.
Here's the thing. It's hard for me. Like Pentel's my boy. I will always love Pentel Zary Medeo, but with his latest gimmick that he's got right now, the whole strudel or whatever the hell it is. At first it was cool, like, all right, cool. Would
have been even cooler if Vampiro was with him and they didn't have
like,
Alex Abrahantes take
now
his
you got
fucking...
Alex doing a terrible Vampiro cosplay.
Dude.
Like,
Alex looks so goofy.
It's cringe.
He does.
It is so cringe.
Are you saying you need Vampiro to come out dressed up as like how he was with the
Pope? Yeah, the whole.
He was like wearing doing the ghost
underground
gimmick, the Papa gimmick.
Yeah, the Papa gimmick. Yeah, like, dude, I popped when they did that match at Lucha Underground when it was him and Vampiro. Like, when he came out to that, I'm like, bruh, only Vampiro can pull that off. That's sick as hell until Mecha Wolf and Bestia 666 did it. But anyway, like, it was so cool, but I kind of wish it was Vampiro instead of Alex with that gimmick,
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with House of Black only because everybody else said House of Black. But it sucks that I'm going to go against my boy. Because I want to see. I would love to see him join House of Black. I would love to see him join House of Black. Him and Ray join House of Black. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Just a little thought. Moving around along. Wait, that's towards the main event. And then we did that with Matt.
You may announce the next match?
Jade Cargill against Anna Jay for the TBS Championship. Oh, man. This one, I think this is going to be a squash match. I'm going to go with Jade on this one.
Yeah, I think we could probably say all agree and save us some time. It's going to be Jade. I don't see Anna Jay going over Jade Cargill.
I love Anna Jay, man.
Soon.
I love to get a figure, too, because I just got a Brody Lee figure the other day. And I kind of wanted the Dark Order thing. I know Stu Grayson got released, but still.
So maybe Juice will agree with me. As long as Jade Cargill comes out dressed as something like Jade from Mortal Kombat,
that's a solid 10.
Bro.
That's a solid steel 10, brother.
I was literally, like, when she came out, I was like,
oh yeah, like I popped so
we had to whip it out real quick. Like,
dude. a slight chubby at least.
Make him go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think all of us unanimously will say Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna hold off until Chris Statlander builds up a little bit more. I think Chris Statlander is going to be the one that gives her first defeat.
Oh yeah, that's a good thought. That's a really good thought, Joey.
Since they repackaged Chris Statlander, she's not this alien, booping people on the nose. She's just a regular person now.
Yeah, they dropped that gimmick. They quietly dropped the gimmick.
It wasn't working.
No?
Yeah,
it wasn't over.
It was goofy.
It never drew a dime.
Fucking Mike. I love that Mike Graham wants to criticize people when she never drew a dime, but yeah. I Jade Cargill's gonna win. I think that she's going to lose the belt to somebody in the baddies, actually. Eventually.
Think so?
I think there's going to be some turmoil that's going to happen because of jealousy.
What do you think? Like Red Velvet's?
I think Red Velvet will actually win it.
What? Yeah. All right.
That's interesting. I'll take it.
Well, at the upfronts, they even displayed Red Velvet on their graphic.
All right. So moving right along, we have the Anarchy in the arena match, and this is the kind of match, in my opinion, it's kind of the match that nobody wanted, but at the same time, it's like, all right, this is good. Only Jericho can pull this off. Any kind of match he's in. I mean, he did the Stadium Stampede match. I believe it was last year's Double or Nothing. I forget what it was.
Yep.
I didn't watch that one. But we got the Jericho Appreciation Society, which is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris Jericho.
Sports entertainers.
Yeah, sports entertainers.
Entertainers.
Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, Jack Swagger. Oh, Jake
Hager.
Jake Hager. I fucked up. Jake Hager and 2.0. I'm not trying to say their names because I know I'm a probably fuck up.
If they said them once, and I'll be honest, I watch AEW every week, and I still forget what their new names are.
I think one of them is CJ Parker. Is it? Is CJ Parker?
CJ Parker. I thought that was Rusev's wife. But anyways.
What the hell? And then we got Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, Bryan Danielson, and Jon Moxley. So
I'm gonna go with oh man,
this is tough.
It's kind of tough, but it's not. I'm gonna go with LAX and the Blackpool Combat Club combination. Yeah. And it's, I don't know if this is gonna be like a tape thing, like how Stadium Stampede was. Anarchy in the arena. I'm kind of like, whatever. I really wish it would have been another blood and guts. Man.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? Hold on. This feud's not going to be over after this.
Well,
I think this match is going to segue into Blood and Guts to end the feud in July.
All out.
I'll put money on that.
I was just going to say, we have no clue what this is going to wind up being. We have no clue what the hell.
I think this would be better at All Out, in my opinion.
We have no clue what the hell. We have no clue on what the hell Anarchy in the arena even is.
Well,
they're fighting all over the arena.
I think it's just going to be a false count anywhere match, and it's just going to be pure fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
I think that's all it's going to be, is a glorified false count anywhere match.
And on paper, it sounds amazing. On paper, it sounds great. Like, this is going to be a fun match. But how they're going to execute it?
How they're going to end it? That's what we're worried about.
How they're going to execute it? How they're going to end it is the question. But I think Daniel had his pick, but just by his T-shirt. He's going with a wizard. I think we're going to have some fireballs thrown, in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. I think the fireball is going to come into play.
He's going to be doing some Hadouken.
Yeah.
I love how me and Juice thought the same exact thing. Anyway, but okay, so Juice, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Blackpool Combat Club and LAX.
Dan?
Sports entertainers.
Joey?
Blackpool Combat Club.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm going to pick on this one. I just want to see some pure mayhem.
You got to.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
Yeah, don't chastise.
I'm going to be with Dan on this one. I want to go with the sports entertainers.
Yeah,
2 and 2. Go over.
Their intro with the music and everything, it's just amazing. I just love their entrance.
Entertainers.
Holy fucking...
It's so ridiculous.
Oh, God.
At first, I hated it. I absolutely hated this. I'm like, why are you doing this against Inner Circle 2.0? But they were able to bring the sports entertainer thing. And it's
cool, because they're playing on the whole WWE versus, AEW thing
genius.
Within those two
it's
factions.
Great. Leave it to Jericho to come up with something crazy like that. But anyway, next match. Oh, we did that match already. Next match. We have the men's tournament final, which is Samoa Joe and Adam Cole, baby.
Owen Hart Cup.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good match. I feel like this is a match that could be match of the night simply because it's for the Owen Hart Cup. It's for the Owen Hart Foundation. This match, I don't know. Like, I want to do Adam Cole. Like, my head's saying Adam Cole. But my gut's saying Samoa Joe.
I'm saying Adam Cole, dude, because Joe's got the ROH TV title. I don't think he needs the Owen Hart Cup. And dude, Adam Cole, he's big time. He was a big time signing for them. They're gonna have to give him something if they're not. He already had his championship matches
multiple times.
Yeah, he didn't win it. I think this is kind of something that he'll win and kind of keep him in the conversation as far as maybe another title shot down the road. I'm going Adam Cole all the way. Baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Adam Cole. I got Adam Cole on this one.
Yeah.
And you say Adam Cole too?
Yeah, he's got more to benefit from it than Joe.
He's got
does.
more to prove than Joe. Joe at this point, I mean, it's like what you said. He's the Ring of Honor television champion.
Joe's been Joe's like a 22-year veteran now, so he doesn't need it.
Well, and so it's already been it's almost been confirmed that the winner of this will get a belt. So there's a black belt.
Yeah.
There's a black belt for There's a black belt for the men and a pink one for the women. Now, do they just get the belt or do they get the belt in a cup?
I wish they would just get the cup. I mean, fuck, there's too many belts in wrestling.
There's too many belts.
Well,
just get the cup.
But have you guys seen the leaked photo?
No.
It looks like the stadium.
The belt is a tribute to the Stampede belt.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. That's cool, but I mean, like MLW has the Opera Cup, which was legit from the Hart family. I kind of like the cup, and it's more, to me, kind of legit sports.
It's harder to more prestigious.
But it's harder to get something like
making me
actual
hard.
From Hart.
Oh, those lips.
It's harder to get that like an actual Hart memorabilia thing like that because the fact that the family is so divided with Martha and everything. Martha is so separated from everybody that it's just they can't get like some memorabilia from like everything and like the Opera Cup or whatever like that.
Well,
and I'm not saying use the Opera Cup.
Oh, I wasn't saying
leave it a damn cup.
I was just meaning I was just saying that I'm sure there's something else that Stampede has that they could have done, but it's hard to get a hold of that with the relationships being torn.
Yeah,
it's like Braun Strowman winning that fucking greatest Royal Rumble and having that belt. Like there's too many belts, man. Too many belts, and it takes away from the importance of the prop.
Right.
Yep.
I said that word again. Fuck me.
Okay. So moving right along, and this is going to probably be the most interesting match because of the circumstances that has happened last night. We have Maxwell Jacob Freeman against Warlow. Now, here's the thing about Warlow, and I think I said this to Juice when I texted him about this. Warlow is booked right.
Yes.
Warlow is Goldberg and Mike Awesome had a baby.
And Batista was watching it in the corner.
Batista was the uncle.
Yes.
Well, speaking of Goldberg, there's actually stupid rumors saying Goldberg's going to debut at AEW tonight.
Dude. I heard
it's a dumb rumor, but hey, man, I would pop for it. I don't care, dude.
At this point, it would make sense. I mean,
oh my God, imagine if Goldberg comes out for MJF instead.
Oh God, no! It would be funny thing is it would be a dream match. That's the fucked up part.
Well, here, you know what? What Joey said, that would make me feel the same way when I went to Vengeance and I was looking for Benoit to wrestle Punk, and then we were in the crowd and they were like, to replace Chris Benoit, and fucking Johnny Nitro came out, not knowing that Benoit murdered his family the day before.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he can't show up. He's too busy killing.
Yeah.
Well, he was still alive at that time. Just everybody's dead, but yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's not talk about murder and all that.
Yeah.
That's
a positive podcast.
Exactly. So
if MJF shows up, which I think he will, I think it's part of the story. Whatever. This is how they get Wardlow in. They've done enough to build him up proper, give him like the kind of opposite Bizarro World Goldberg treatment, to get legit, storyline kayfabe signed to AEW. This is the way they break them off. Now, does the feud end there? That I don't know. I wouldn't think. Maybe they got one more big thing coming, but I think Warlow goes over.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with Warlow on this one, hands down.
Okay. This is probably the most interested I've been in a match this whole pay-per-view card. I love the build-up. I'm gonna flip a 180. I'm saying MJF. Reason why? Okay. MJF wins. Wardlow can't sign that AEW contract. he can sign an ROH contract
That's different.
and
That's
wrestle for ROH.
Okay. That's an interesting take on that one. Joey, who you got?
I want Wardlow to win, but I feel like that's going to be the most predictable way. So I'm going to go on the opposite end. I think MJF's going to do it.
Normally you're right on that because last time I did a prediction, you was right.
I'm going to go hook or crook, MJF.
Okay. All right, Joey, who you got next?
Not MJF. I want Wardlow to win, but that ROH thing does sound like a good possibility. I never even thought of that.
That would be sick.
I never thought of that.
Yeah,
that they could do that.
Because look, Wardlow, who's the ROH World Champion right now? Jonathan
Gresham.
I think if you sign that ROH contract, you can have Wardlow defeat Gresham and have Wardlow be the big monster champion for ROH. Because Jonathan Gresham ain't doing shit for me.
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet. So moving right along, we have the AEW Tag Team Championship. It is a triple threat match, not a freaking regular match, Dan.
I never said it was a regular match.
Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, and those blasted damn champions, fucking Jungle Boys. Here's the thing. I'm going to go anybody over Jungle Boys because I can't stand Jungle Boys at this point. I mean, not Jungle Boys, the Jungle Express.
Jurassic Express.
They stole the tag titles from Lucha Bros. I'm still salty about that shit.
Yeah, I think Team Taz. I would like to see Starks.
Yeah.
I think FTW is going to win it tonight.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you this. They're definitely dropping the straps because it's a triple threat, dude. I mean, the writing's on the fucking wall. They're dropping them, and I like Jungle Boy still. He's another one of those pillars, but I think they need to implode the association with Christian. The Christian turns heel on him at some point. That would be fucking awesome. But dude, their run as tag champions, and yeah, it did suck that they beat the Lucha Bros because. I mean, let's just face it. I thought Lucha Bros were fucking awesome as champions.
Yes!
It's just been stagnant, I feel, with them. But Jungle Boy can go. I'm not so, Luchasaurus is cool, whatever. I'm just kind of over the whole thing. And, dude, I love what Hobbs and Starks have fucking been doing.
Dude, Hobbs is another one that I would like to see as a champ one day. Like, that dude looks great. He looks awesome.
They've been killing it. They've been killing it.
Absolutely.
Hey, less than 1 minute, guys.
But we're about to go in another.
But yeah, I want fucking Hobbs and Starks to win. I've always been a big fan of them.
We all gonna pick FTW on this one. Starks is amazing. For the win.
I'll give my opinion when we come back.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so my prediction for that match, it's going to be pretty easy. I think my pick is going to be Strictly Lee. It's going to be Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland for the simple fact of, like Juice said, Christian's going to come into play. He's going to fuck over Jurassic Express, leading to a feud between heel Christian and Jungle Boy.
Christian has to be one of the worst signings that AEW has signed. He's completely useless.
I remember briefly. I remember texting Juice this, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? You're going to sign anybody else? We're gonna get Christian.
This is not 2006 Christian and TNA.
So moving right along, we have the women's Owen Hart final, which is Ruby Soho and Britt Baker, DMD. Now, this one is kind of easy for me because I want to see Britt Baker win it. But at the same time, you got Ruby on the other hand, who just is like what you said with Adam Cole. He had his title shot, and he lost both times. Same thing with Ruby. She had a women's title shot, and then she had the women's TBS championship, and she both lost those times. So this one, I want to say Britt Baker because why not? I think she's going to go over Ruby Soho. We'll see what happens. Anyway,
I think you're going to have the first couple of AEW win the entire tournament. I think
the first couple.
Yep, it's going to be like prom king and queen. Yep.
Right.
I think so.
Uh,
And the winner of that match gets to face Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti.
I was gonna say that's
Fuck
the
them.
issue though. They're gonna have the comparison of Ty Conte and fucking Sammy Guevara if that happens.
I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, but even still, people like them as a couple.
Yeah, but they
'cause
don't.
They were a couple way before. I think
Yeah.
something with that Sammy Ty Conti thing that.
Not
people
only
like, fuck
that,
this.
Adam Cole
Yeah,
and Britt Baker,
yeah.
they don't shove the relationship.
Well, yeah,
in the
like,
face.
yeah,
It's
well,
Sammy and Ty do.
Well, maybe,
Yeah, like I said.
well, also maybe if if Sammy didn't propose on television to his girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, see, like the difference between Britt Baker and Adam Cole compared to Sammy and Ty. Sammy and Ty are completely fucking immature. Like
Yeah.
they're stupid, obnoxious.
Yeah.
Britt Baker and Adam Cole, they come off as a power couple.
Exactly.
So I'm down for that.
Yep.
Okay. The next match, I'm trying to get the graphic up. There we go. The next match we got is the AEW women's match, women's title match, which is Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa. Juice, who you got on this one?
Thunder. It's easy. And by the way, I had to retract my statement on YouTube under my personal account the other day because, dude, I've sat in a Warrior locker room next to Thunder Rosa, going over her match and like shooting the shit with her. Super cool, but you can tell like in some of these promos, man, like on TV, it's just she needs to work on these promos.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of, okay, well, because of the language barrier, because she can speak great English. I can't obviously fucking speak English, but you could tell in like one of the last promos I saw on Dynamite how like her mouth's kind of like doing that. Maybe it's nerves. I don't know. I think she was kind of rehabilitating a minor injury, which is the reason why we haven't seen her since she's won the belt defend it anywhere. And dude, she is over like Rover in the ring. She's going over. And Serena Deeb, I think she's awesome, but she's another one too that's like where there's her and Thunder both have these moments where on the stick it's like, okay, all right, you're doing it, but then sometimes they kind of fall flat on their face, and it's just like, oh man, damn
like
it, that only comes with time and experience.
But that promo that Deeb did where with the head shaving, where she discussed with WWE and all that was great. But yeah, they kept shoving Thunder Rosa on television constantly when she wasn't doing that great in promos. Either they need to help her with the promos, with the writing or something. But yeah, because
I think it'll come. It's just more experience, like I said, and no,
I'm gonna
not
go
with
with Thunder
Thunder
on
because
this
she's
one.
a great talent, a great person.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah,
she's definitely going over in this match. And I'll be
100%.
honest with you, like I don't know, man. I don't want to say I'm not too excited about it, but I mean, I guess I am. I'm not. I mean, like put Thunder over. I mean, dude, they're both two great women's wrestlers. Don't get me wrong. Like in ring, this thing should speak for itself. It should be great as long as Thunder's 100%. Which I don't know. I haven't heard anything about her health, but I know. And it sucked too because she was Warrior Wrestling's women's champion, and she had to like vacate the title because they're like, well, we're going to put the strap on you for AEW now, and we can't have you going and doing all this shit, even though she runs her own promotion. Whatever. I'm not too invested in it, but I'm going to call fucking Thunder going over.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Thunder on this one.
The match seems more like a Dynamite match than a pay-per-view match.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Rose is gonna go over. She's gonna win the match. I'm a big fan of Deeb, but I think that she needs to do that whole challenge thing that she's been doing more.
Yeah, keep up with that.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah.
Dan, who you got, bro?
Thunder, for sure. Oh yeah.
So we all pick Thunder.
No fucking doubt about
Thunder's
it.
gonna win it. In my opinion, she's gonna do good. She's gonna go over. And that brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to our main event of the evening. We got for the AEW World Championship, Hangman Page versus the man, the myth, the legend, the Second City Saint himself,
the Pepsi
CM
Man,
Mother effing Punk. And I'm gonna go on the record. If
CM
Punk does not win, let me tell you something. If Punk does not win, we riot. We flood YouTube with this is bullshit. No, but anyway, Here's the thing on this one. Now, I was gonna say CM Punk, but I had an epiphany.
If Hangman wins, does this solidify him?
I'm gonna say Hangman. Only the reason why, if they keep continuing this feud, because it's getting good. I mean, if you watch Dynamite on the Going Home episode of Double or Nothing, like, dude, Hangman's promo was really good.
Well, this fired up side of Hangman makes it interesting because when he comes out as like this happy-go-lucky cowboy, I'm just kind of like, ugh. But when he comes out all fired up and pissed off, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's good.
This promo is gold.
Yeah.
But my prediction, I'm gonna end up going with Punk. But the thing is, I have a feeling Hangman's gonna win this match, and they're gonna carry this feud all the way to All Out in Chicago. If it's even in Chicago. Now, if it's in Chicago, that would be perfect for Punk to win the AEW title. Perfect place to win it. You know what I mean? Get that hometown pop, that hometown reception. It's going to blow the roof off the building. But, Juice, who you got for this match?
You know, you're throwing a lot of perspective at me that makes me keep juggling my take on this. I mean, originally I was going to say Punk's going over because for the simple fact, and I said it earlier, there's a lot of people out there talking that like, yeah, Hangman's had some banger matches and stuff, but his title reign is just kind of, it feels like it's flat. You know, it's like the fucking 2-liter was left open all night and you took a swig this morning, like, it's bullshit. I'm going to go with Punk, man, but I do like the perspective of, you know, Hangman going over and they continue and maybe Punk gets in Chicago. But I also see it as Punk is the older dude that wants to put guys over. And why not put Hangman over? Because this could also then make me shut up and everybody else that's been saying, well, his title reign's been kind of whatever. A win over Punk would be huge for him. But I think maybe his time has come, and you know, I think Punk's going, man. He can win the strap.
Dan, who you got for this one? Because I know you about ready to say something.
All right, here we go. So I agree with Juice. I'm going for Punk. Okay. The reason why I'm going for Punk, obviously, I want him to win the belt, right? But All Out is going to come into play. So if it is in Chicago, I want it to be CM Punk goes into All Out Chicago to lose the belt to MJF. Because if you go into Chicago and All Out and Punk is not the champion, it's almost fucking predictable that he's going to get that hometown pop, right? I want him to win the belt tonight, hold it till All Out, lose it to MJF.
Yeah, I agree with that because that feud still comes into play. I don't think they're done with that.
They're not done.
I hope the MJF CM Punk feud's not done.
I hope not either, because man, it's like I said on Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast, which you guys can check out by the way. It's like what I said in there. It's like they had a story-driven feud. I mean, the whole thing with MJF coming out saying he's ADHD, shit like that. Like, oh my god! Like, and almost had me in tears. Because he put so emotion in that promo.
Pussy.
Well, it's basically if they do it at All Out, they can have that, you know, MJF could be like, you broke me physically, mentally, emotionally. Yes. But I'm gonna take what means the most to you, and is that AEW World Championship.
Put it in the cage match.
Dude.
Shits and giggles.
You have to have, but how are you gonna top a dog collar match?
Yeah.
That's
an exploding barbed wire death match. No.
Yeah.
Not in the States. Not in the States.
Yeah, not in the States. But
all right, Joey, who you got for this one?
Punk. I think Punk's more known by the mainstream audience. I think that's going to play a factor into it because there's going to
the casualties, if you will.
The casualties are dead people, are injured people. Anyways, what I was going to say was there's the whole HBO Max Discovery right now merger, and I think AEW is going to be involved. Obviously, it's going to be better if CM Punk's the champion, but I thought he was going to win it before this also, because, you know, he's the most well known in AEW by mainstream people.
By a long shot.
Like, who the hell in mainstream WWE doesn't watch AEW is going to know who the hell the Hangman Page is?
Exactly. Yep. So we all unanimously picked CM Punk. But I wouldn't mind seeing if Hangman wins. I'm like with Juice. What if Punk likes to put the younger talent over, which is great.
What if Kenny Omega walks out at the end after the fucking...
But I've heard that he's not there, though. I've heard that he did not get a flight, too.
Fantasy booking, though.
Yeah, that's what you heard.
Fantasy booking.
Yeah.
Fantasy booking.
But that's that. Okay, so the whole Kenny Omega thing, and I'm not trying to stray far. I don't want to see Kenny Omega tonight.
No.
Save him, like I said.
Forbidden Door.
Save him for Forbidden Door. So if Punk wins the belt tonight, have him and Okada main event. Okada goes over. He's doing his pose. And then you hear Omega's music go off. Him and Okada have a stare down. Now, if All Out does happen to go to Montreal instead of Chicago,
Toronto,
Okada, Omega main event in Montreal at All Out.
It's Toronto.
Not Montreal.
Yeah, Toronto's the rumor.
Bret Hart. So that was our prediction. Now, as we wind down, I want to pass it over to Juice. Just tell us where you can find you. Tell us where you can, how we can listen to Juice Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Pretty easy guy and show to find. If you guys are into the audio side of things, we're literally everywhere. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, all that shit. All you gotta do is Google or search Juice Pro Wrestling. If you like the audio visual stimulation side of things, then we're on YouTube. jpdub.com. If you type that in your browser, it'll take you right fucking there. And like I said at the top of the hour, JPDub Clips is our new YouTube channel where you guys can check out, some pretty fucking awesome clips of past episodes. So that's a fucking thing now. And we're all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us on there and, even TikTok. I fuck with TikTok sometimes. I'm not a big fan of it, I will admit, but maybe because I'm a little bit older and I just, whatever. I got fucking Snapchat. I don't know.
Yeah, but you have yet to friggin' accept my request on you, jackass.
Yeah. Well, if you're not on tout, you're nothing.
Yeah. Or Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah, R.I.P. Vine. R.I.P. Vine.
Vines.
But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our show. I want to thank our very special guest, Juice, for coming on to the show. It was hard getting him on because I wanted him to be our very first guest on the show, but we had a couple other guys on there, which I'm not knocking. They did a great job. You can check out Chase Matthews. You can check out Breslin, who will be a guest on our show tomorrow night for the review of Double or Nothing, which I am very excited for as well, because I can't wait to see how that's going to be like, the fallout and everything. And you can also check out Juice every Thursday on YouTube and Wednesday on the audio side, which is on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, whatever. You can find it all over the place. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, buy the shirts, prowrestlingtees.com/JPWT.
Hey,
check it out. There's 3 of them.
You think I should go get that shirt real quick? That way I can be a model. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think I should go get that real quick?
American males.
Okay.
American males. American males.
Yeah, go ahead and take that shirt off, baby.
Let me see that baby butter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you show us that little belly.
If you want the full preview, go to onlyfans.com.
Yeah, we'll show you our dicks.
Holy shit! But yeah, damn it,
dicks, nuts, and butts.
Haven't shaved.
But yeah, see this badass shirt right here? We also
Let
got
them up,
merch too.
motherfucker.
Hell yeah, South Park Easy E inspired T-shirt.
Easily one of my favorite wrestling shirts I got right now, hands down.
It's even got the Handsome Prick logo on there, so you guys are all set. And that's another thing too. If you're into the heavier side of fucking things, you like your death metal, grindcore, or you want to mix them up, and you like death grind, you like punk rock, Handsome Prick. We're everywhere. Just Google us, YouTube us, whatever you want to do. Find us on Spotify. Like, share, subscribe. All you gotta do is hit one little fucking takes 2 seconds. Do it for World of Kayfabe. Do it for Juice Pro Wrestling. Do it for Handsome Prick. Do it for the JP Dub podcast, which, by the way, I'm going to drop another bomb I'll share with you guys because you guys are the cool motherfuckers. The next episode of the JP Dub, which will drop in probably about a week or two. Episode 16, we got the real man, the real myth, and the real motherfucking legend, Tommy Chong, coming on the show.
Whoa.
Wow.
No fucking way.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to be smoking
Bro.
motherfucker. You mean we're smoking dog shit?
Dude, let's go.
Yeah, it's real Maui Wowie.
And he was just announced to
Mostly.
be on the reboot of that 90s show.
Yeah,
Wow.
so maybe we'll find a little bit
Dude.
more out about that. But yeah, I figured I'd drop a bomb on you guys. And I haven't, there's a couple people that know, but it hasn't been announced to the media, to the world until now. So there
Dude,
you go.
that's sick,
Tommy
man.
Chong
That's going to
coming
be
to
awesome.
get down.
That's awesome. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the show. Like I said, I want to thank our very special guest, Juice, for being on the show. Check him out. Normally, I would do something. Normally, I would kind of get overhyped, but I feel like since he's here, I feel like we got to get the juice way. We got to get the juice ending that we all love. So, guys, let's let Juice do the outro of the show. Juice, take it away, my man. Take it away.
Thank you guys for having me. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. World of Kayfabe, Juice Pro Wrestling, the JP Dub Podcast, and Handsome Prick. Until next time, you motherfuckers, stay motherfucking frosty! And wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up, wet 'em up! It's so fucking wet for the World of Kayfabe Podcast. It's fucking insane. Thank you guys for having me. AEW Double or Nothing. It's fucking on tonight, pictures.
And that is just too effing sweet. Rocker, hit that track.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night.